can't feel my body, cause I pop a lot of Molly. Molly, welcome to the party, welcome to the drug party. Ooh, got a lot of thotties, yeah, I fuck a lot of thotties.
Welcome to the party, guys. It's your boy Megaflare XZ, and today I have an interesting deck profile for you guys. This is my Dark Hero deck. I went X3 at Pro Mississippi, getting me 24th place with. This deck is really strong, really underrated. I just love the aspect of being able to drop Dark Law and then essentially Gumblar as well and have a Fog Blade set. I always like that idea, being able to protect the castle with Dark Law, but with the Gumblar added to it, making your board pretty much immune to getting around. So other than that, we can go ahead and get started on the deck file. Also, all my information about the tournament will be in the description below. So if you want to know my rounds, it'll definitely be there. So starting with the main deck, we have the 3 copies of Vision Hero Vion, the 3 copies of Dark Refer, the 1 copy of Armageddon Knight, and then 3 copies of the new guy himself, Neo Space Connector. Basically, if you draw any of these 10 cards and you resolve them, you essentially win the game. These are all 1 card Isoldes, and just being able to have the utility as well with Dark Refer and Armageddon Knight to send like other combo pieces like Destrudo and the Phantom Knights is just really strong as well. Then essentially our bricks are the 1 Octodolphin, which if you draw Octodolphin, it's fine. It's just another warrior and essentially gets rid of a hand trap and unbricks your hand. The 2 copies of Destiny Hero Militias. Militia is probably the only brick alongside Mermare, which I would consider actual bricks in the deck. You still have to run it. It's just really strong, a really big utility piece to this deck, a big addition. Then we have the 1 Shadow Mist. Unfortunately, we are only running the Vions, the Militias, and the Shadow Mist in a hero deck. I know a lot of people are probably gonna get mad at it for not being a true hero deck, but a lot of people was only running like six heroes to begin with. And what sets apart the Dark Hero deck from Dark Warrior deck is you're dropping Dark Law, which the Dark Warrior decks are not. So I still feel like it's a Dark Hero deck. If you don't want to treat it as a Dark Hero deck, that's fine. It's all opinion based and it's whatever. But just having the Dark Law is a big help in this strategy. Then 3 extenders in Jump Forward. Just really strong. Just love to have extenders. Drawing multiple extenders in this deck just allow you to like have a strong going second aspect to the deck. That's the main reason I played it. Just because if I lost dice rolls, it was never a big thing. Just because I can pretty much play around a lot of disruption. 3 Phantom Knights of Silent Boots, 2 Ancient Cloak, and 1 Ragged Gloves. I feel like the 3-2-1 ratio was just the best. I wouldn't change that at all. And that's it for all the warrior monsters in the deck, or in the main deck. Then getting on to another extender in the deck, we ran the 3 copies of Destrudo and 1 copy of Mermare. This engine is really strong for the fact that it allows you to play around back row pretty strong. You just go into Yazi, pop a card on your opponent's field, and then essentially go Mermare and then bring out a lot of tokens. This is also strong on your first turn just because if you can get Destrudo into the grave, you can give your opponent a monster off Summon Sorcerer. So if I hard draw the Militias, I can just give them the Militias. Destrudo, 1 of my monsters, go into Yazi, pop both, and then just go super plus from there. I love this engine the entire day. I don't think I would change it out at all. I'm also not running any dangers as well because I felt like in a 50 card build, it would just take away from the warrior aspect of the deck. Then we have 3 copies of Instant Fusion, the 1 Hero Lives, and the 1 Hunter Drone. These are just additional extenders, so this is really strong. Then we have 3 copies of Call by the Grave to play around hand traps. The 2 copies of Twin Twister. Move this up. Just because back row was a thing, and believe it or not, these Twin Twisters came in clutch. I would just sack my opponent with the 50 card deck because I would always draw Twin Twister whenever I needed it. And it was just funny to see my opponent reaction with them being like, how did you draw Twin Twister playing like a heavy count deck? So I was just like, the Sack Gods were with me. The one Phoenix Blade, the one Living Fossil, the one DDR, the one Overdone Burial, and the one Autonomous Action Unit. These are all the equips I ran. I feel like 5 was just the standard ratio, and the only one I probably would cut would be the Autonomous Action Unit and run the Noble Knight one that lets you pop back row, because that did come up a couple of times. Then other one was one Foolish Burial, one Soul Charge, one Rhoda, and one Mass Change. I didn't want to run Monster Reborn, but I was just not able to fit it in. I didn't want to go 51. I feel like 50 was the perfect ratio. So I ended up having to cut the Monster Reborn. And that's it for all the spells. Getting on to the trash, we have 3 copies of Fan Knight's Brigade. And then the Fan Knight Fog Blade. Just additional extenders, and then the Fog Blade is just really strong because you can just in on it. I don't think I would change this at all. Then last thing is the extra deck. We ran 2 copies of Soul Day to deal with like people that run like Solemn Strike. So I just wanted the second of Soul Day in. The one Borlow Dragon. One Borlow Dragon. The one Gumball Dragon. The one Summer Sorcerer. One Unicorn. The Phantom Knight of Rusty Bardiche. Nightmare Phoenix. Nightmare Cerberus. The Link Karibo. The Yazi. F.A. Dondraxter, which I made like a couple times. Darklaw, Rajan, and then Levier. So these are all the monsters I ran in my extra deck. I feel like each one had a purpose. Sometimes you can't end on the Darklaw because you're forced to go Armageddon Knight if you draw like the Shadow Mist off the. So if you draw the hard draw the Shadow Mist, you just go what's it called? You go Soul Day and you send the Armageddon Knight. Or you special Armageddon Knight, and then you send the Strudel so you can end on the field of Dondraxter, Fog Blade, and like Gumball for 4, which it still got me there. So you just need the extra utility, and I felt like each card in the extra deck had a purpose, especially Link Karibo because you need it off Mirror. And pretty much that's it for the entire deck. If you guys have any questions, if you guys want to see any combo videos, feel free to leave all your thoughts in the description box. I won't say description box. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace, and your boy MegFlareXZ signing out.